light us out already, cause here one non-stop fire. Roll.
Now, while everyone's being distracted by Donald Trump and his mugshot like that's gonna change something, let me show you something what they're not showing on all of these mainstream media outlets. Listen.
In a move aimed at growing the bloc's clout, leaders of the BRICS group of developing nations have decided to invite 6 new countries to become members of the group. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa said on Thursday,
"We've decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024.
Expansion could also pave the way for dozens of interested countries to seek admission to BRICS, which is currently made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
On today, August the 24th of 2023, BRIC invites 6 countries to join a bloc in a major expansion. The 5 BRIC nations account for over 40% of the world's population. Do you hear me? 40% of the world's population, and the bloc is viewed as a counterweight to the U.S.-led global economic order. The list of the invitees is significant as it includes some of U.S. allies, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and also Iran, which is heavily sanctioned by the U.S. People not understand that all of these other nations and countries are ditching the U.S. dollar. Also, on top of that, the United States masses are more focused on the damn mugshot of Donald Trump. Don't you people understand that these other countries are moving completely away from the U.S. dollar? Don't you people understand that your food is going to be higher? Your mortgages and your rent is going to be much higher. Your fuel is going to be much higher. Everything is going to be much more higher, but the pay is not moving up higher than what it is. You people better wake up and understand, man. All of this is by design, but yet you're more distracted with Donald Trump, man. Man, all praises to the Most High.
White people, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
He published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro, in which he lays out all the numbers, and then he concludes that if we simply avoided allowing black people to have any access to health care, that within 2 or 3 generations, the whole race would die out, and that would solve the race problem in America. When Teddy Roosevelt, 1912, proposed a national health care system, people said no because black people will get it. When Franklin Roosevelt proposed a national health care system, it was the same thing. We don't want black people to get it. When Truman tried it in 47, same thing. Don't want black people to get it. We have to figure out a way to keep black people from using Medicare. And the way that they came up with was to have a 20% hole, a gap in Medicare, so that you had to pay 20% of your doctor's bill and your hospital bill, and that would discourage poor black people from showing up at the hospitals. Nearly 100% of the reason why the United States is the only country in the world that doesn't define healthcare as a right is because of racism. He published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro.
How many times do I have to say this? Racism is a detriment to you white folks, poor white folks especially. Because of racism, you, poor white folks, can't even get good health care. Because they thought if they could deny health care to black people, that we would have been eradicated a long time ago. But hey, we still here. And they have not changed the rules. How crazy is that? Even with Social Security, you have to pay 20% because of racism. We keep telling you. BIPOC keep telling you. Black people keep telling you, it is not us that makes your life suck. It is those racist politicians and their racist legislation that they think that's going to harm us, but harms you at the same time. And they don't care if it harms you. They don't give a shit. And then you continue to vote against your own interest. All because a bunch of rich white people told y'all to hate black people because black people are doing stuff to you as a whole. And we're not. Because we don't control shit. We don't control the healthcare system. We don't control Social Security. We don't control your wages. We don't control shit. But they continue to tell you that it's us. So you turn your focus on us and harass the shit out of us for no fucking reason. When we have no power to affect your life as a whole community. Pay attention.
Okay, my beautiful black people, I want to show you something. This is how the lawyers are getting these white people off on charges after they kill us, okay? This is from the Supreme Court of the United States. And basically, this is from the Dred Scott case versus John F.A. Sanford. And if you take a look down here, it tells you that this is how they're getting white people off for killing us. Persons of African descent cannot be, nor were ever intended to be citizens of the United States. This is in the Constitution. Now, I've been trying to teach people this for the longest time on the Facebook group and everything, but this is important to get this video out here because black people are not understanding that they're not citizens. They think that they're equal to these white people despite the things that white people are doing to us. You need to wake up. Like, really, get the boogers out of your eyes. You know, go ahead, rub your eyes, get the boogers out, and get the wax out of your ears and listen up. You will never be equal to these white people. These white people do not like you. They don't respect you. They don't look at you as human. You're considered to be 3/5 of a human. This is why they're able to do the awful things that they do to us. No, let me tell you, they treat animals better than they do us. They don't even, you see how they pine and whine over animals. They don't do that to us. They treat us like we're gum on the bottom of a shoe or boo-boo at the bottom of somebody's shoe. Y'all need to wake up. I'm telling you, y'all need to wake up. This is what I'm going to need every single solitary last black person on this planet to do. Well, United States anyway. Go to thelaw.com. You see this? Go to your app, go to the app store, go to thelaw.com. Scroll down to where it says citizen. Okay, let's get to the C's. A-B-C, C-I-T-I. Let's see. Okay, I went a little bit too far. Scroll down to citizen, citizen. Click on citizen and read that. This is their law, guys. Okay? Citizens are either native born or naturalized. Native citizens may fill any office. Naturalized citizens may be elected or appointed to any office under the Constitution of the United States. Okay? All natives are not citizens, though, of the United States. Okay? The descendants of the Aborigines, for those of you that claim, I'm not no African, my people didn't come here on a ship, I'm Aboriginal, guess what? Y'all ain't citizens neither. And those of African origin are not entitled to the rights of citizens. That's those of us whose ancestors came here on ships. Anterior to the adoption of the Constitution of the United States, each state had the right to make citizens of such persons as it pleased. But the Constitution does not authorize any but white persons to become citizens of the United States, and it must therefore be presumed that no one is a citizen who is not white. A citizen of the United States residing in any state of the Union is a citizen of that state. So white people can come from anywhere. They can come from another country and come to the United States of America and they're considered a citizen. But you, being born in the United States of America, you people of color, including you Mexicans, you Hispanics, who think you're better, who think you're just like the white people, and that you're equal to them, no, you're not. You're just a piece of crap like they look at us as black people. You're just a piece of trash, okay? They don't like us, they never have, they never will, and we're not even citizens. So that's what's getting them off when they kill us, and they're not convicted, okay? But it's in the Bible.
Mama T makes some great points. Check it out.
Yeah, I said we was all under the spell, all religion, the legion of lies that has been casted upon you time and time again to keep you enslaved spiritually under a system that feeds off you like a bunch of vampires. That's why in the church when you're taking them communion and they're saying, drink my blood and eat my flesh. Now what God you really know do that? They really got y'all all manipulated, thinking that this God you worshiping is something that's here to save your soul. One baby say, well, Mama, then who should we pray to? You know, I say this we under the spell because the English language is the most craziest language in the world. You can say one word and it means 4 or 5 different things. So, like the word pray, you say praying, you think you're praying, but something is actually praying on you. And then they say, well, Mama, Jesus up there hanging on the cross, who was he praying to? Well, don't y'all say that Jesus is God manifested in the flesh? So if God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit is all the same thing, you tell me, who was he praying to? And after a while, he got a little upset because why had thou forsaken me? So somebody talked him into being up there. First of all, I want to know, why does God always sacrificing children? Sacrificing his only begotten son. Baby, would you sacrifice your child for somebody else talking about forgiveness of your sins? You're responsible for your own sins. These babies born into this world, only thing they did was just come out your ass, and the first thing they telling you is your baby born into sin. Then you rest the child on up to the church so that pastor can perform a ritual over your baby. They always after the babies. All of them. Look at that Roman Catholic Church now. All them pedophiles up in there doing their things to them altar boys. All this years, all this time they've been doing the wicked things in your mama and them. You know about it. You ain't do nothing about it though, because in your eyes, that man represents God. That man don't represent no God. All this shit is a lie. Legion of lies they call religion, and it's a spell. Used through languages and rituals done to you over and over. Now you participate in the damn thing over and over and wonder why your life don't get better. As soon as you wake up, first thing you say is good morning. Baby, what's good about moaning? You waking up moaning. Oh, it ain't that morning. Well, which morning it is? The bright in the morning star that they call Jesus. And then another chapter over there in Isaiah, they call you Lucifer. Oh, you the son of the morning. Spelled the same way. Last time I checked, the sun up in the sky don't mourn. It rises. But y'all just don't get it. Y'all just don't get it. Even everything is in your face right now. The West is falling, baby. The West is falling because your boys had your time to rule. You did a bunch of wicked things. Came over here talking about freedom and liberation and major holidays on Independence Day while you had slaves in the back. Talk about thou should not commit adultery, but half of y'all slaves was going into the slave quarters in the middle of the night, raping them young black girls. Imagine the psychology that white women had to look at this man rape these women, and they had babies by these women, all these mulatto children running around here knowing goddamn well they all came from her husband. So she took her anger out on the black woman. See, that wedge was driven between us a long time ago, because he don't respect your ass either. He used to call you a witch up there in Boston, was burning your asses at the stake. Calling you things that you were just practicing nature, and you got all that knowledge from the black women that showed you some things. See, now y'all feeling the pain and the wrath because your government done turned on you too. A few years back, y'all was talking about Make America Great Again. Y'all was watching them police brutalize them boys time and time again. All you did was turn a blind eye, because you knew you conditioned us to turn the other cheek. There's a reckoning coming to this country, because you spilt a lot of blood of my people on this soil. A lot of rocks is crying out. Y'all know what I'm talking about is true. Look what happened down there the other day in Montgomery, Alabama. All through the South, our blood is saturating this earth. Saturating the soil so deep. You bury some of our towns and mix your man-made lakes, and you kill so many people. The souls are still there crying out, calling for justice. And it's coming. So you think we all gonna raise up and do a race war? No, nature is doing quite a good job at it herself. There's tornadoes is 5-10 miles wide, leveling your whole town. Hurricanes coming. Y'all forgot last year the whole country was under 0 degrees during your winter holiday called Christmas. I told you all these holidays are lined up, certain alignments in the stars like the solstices. But you holding on to all this shit so tight because of fear. They instilled all of this shit in you. They raped it into you. They molested it into you. And you just don't know how to let it go because they told you to fear God. That same God in that Bible, in the first of your commandments, tell you thou shalt not kill. And then a few chapters down the road, he don't tell David to go in there and kill his whole village and take the women and children. What? Make that make sense. That's a hypocrite if you ask me. And you say, oh my God, that's blasphemy. Let me tell you something. The same people who oppressed my people and wrote in your book of laws that we ain't no more than 3/5 of human being. Ain't no way in hell in your soul you could teach me about God. You don't even know what the true and living God is. Now I'm gonna tell you, I ain't no race, and this ain't all about black and white. This is about wrong and right. Y'all turned a blind eye for too long. Now the walls of Jericho is coming on down. Because it's time. I told you we at the end of this age and the beginning of a new one. So y'all can hold on to this shit all you want. Hell, they already told you that the spell is over when Lizzie over there died and they snapped the wand and put it right on her casket for the whole world to see. Most of y'all missed that one right over your head. Now what queen you know? All the queens I know carry scepters or staffs. This one had a wand. Only people I know that carry wands is witches and warlocks. See, they putting everything right in front of your face because it's revelation. You thinking it's a great war of Armageddon, but it means to reveal, to awaken. Your pole shifts is that spinal cord that go up, have all the nerves connected to it that go up to your brain that's sparking a whole new form of consciousness in you. That's your great awakening. And the carbon footprint they talk about is you. Melanated people, you the carbon. Y'all need to wake on up now, because it's time. There's a reckoning coming. And some of it is coming for people that just look like me too. And some people who won't be the one to help you may not look like you. See, y'all thinking it's about bloodlines, your 12 tribes. But no, sometimes it could be about them blood types. They got you focusing on the wrong thing. I dropped a lot of breadcrumbs in this video, baby. Y'all sit back and y'all ponder on all the things I'm talking about. Cause time's just about up. Show Liz. Why you think they disclosing all this information about UFOs and things like that? What you think is up in them skies, baby? You think you the only life forms in this whole galaxy and universe? That's like the rock telling the pebble we the only ones on the beach.
The people that did you wrong are telling a different version of the story, and they're playing the victim in a situation they've created to flip the narrative so that they can manipulate people into thinking that you're not innocent. But I want to encourage you today because you need to fight the need to defend yourself, because playing defense can be a never-ending battle that distracts you from your purpose. You got to let other people think what they want, because if you're a chosen one, at the end of the day, you're going to always be the topic of someone's opinion or other people's conversation. But the good news today is that God is clearing your name, and he's doing it without your help. Because the lies that people heard about you isn't adding up. Because the integrity that you walk in is exposing the secret lies. Choose not to get even. Because not doing to them what they did to you is what's keeping the blessings coming your way in the presence of your enemies.
Get every lighters out already, cause here one non-stop fire. Roll.
This is Channel of We Rebuilding We, another production by Roll Block Prod ML of GGCT.